About 3 days we'll play on some grass and dirt. But turn down the volume on Dick and Bird. Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! St. Paul admitting the law and life, and hitting rock bottom, drugs in the ex-wife. Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck shit.
Hello and welcome to this thing we call Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play. I'm your host, Anthony Variano. I'm joined as usual by the brothers Haas, Michael and Bradley, and our favorite guest host is here. You might know him from the Lone Boners and the Callers. His latest project is called Nova. He is Tyler Culver. How are you,
Hey
Tyler?
guys, good. How you guys doing?
Wonderful. We got a tie game with Boston. We didn't score on the power play though.
Another one.
2-2. I don't know how much the PHF cares if we do play-by-play. Are they going to sue us for doing? We scored a goal. Yeah.
Nobody's listening. Not enough people are listening to us for us to get sued.
What?
Use
That's
different
true.
names. Use Vikings players' names. It'll be fine.
Right. Well, there are 13% of the people who do listen to us reside in Ireland, so we'd like to be the first to say Happy St. Paddy's Day to all of our Irish listeners, and cheers, mates. Don't know why you're listening to us. Maybe it's because we consume so much damn beer on this program, but
Cheers.
we don't really talk about too much Irish stuff, but we do have plans for tomorrow. This is St. Paddy's Day is one of my favorite holidays. It's probably my favorite meal, my single favorite holiday meal out of the holiday meals. Yeah, corned beef and cabbage is the bomb, and it gives me an excuse to drink Guinness and yeah, and maybe have one Irish car bomb if we ever get out of the house. We're getting a snowstorm, so you guys got any plans for St. Paddy's Day?
I'm going to be at the bar by 9:30, so I'll be hammered by fucking 11.
Oh boy,
The
that's
goal.
right. All right, well, let's get right to it. We got a big program to do today. What's so funny, Brad?
That was good.
We got just a stacked agenda here, so we got to get to it because the Vikings are making moves and things are happening all around us, and it's very exciting. So in our last episode, we lamented the fact that the Vikings have no cornerbacks. They have one now. They signed Byron Murphy, a 25-year-old, to a 2-year, $22 million contract. But Patrick Peterson will not be returning, so he will likely slide into Patrick's place. We like this, I think. He's an above average cover corner, around average cover corner and above average run stopper. So we like that. And we like guys who hunt the ball. So he's had trouble with injuries, but who hasn't? I mean, it's a gladiator sport. So
The fucking brutal sport.
it's the most brutal sport. Yeah, good tackler, 9th in yards per reception allowed. So if he gives up a catch, it's usually tackled immediately after. So you guys got any thoughts on Byron Murphy joining the purple and gold?
Upgrade over Peterson.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I don't think there's no damn way
Absolutely.
Peterson was a top 30 corner last year.
No, I know.
According to PFF grades.
No, when you just keep saying we lost our best defensive player, that's not really not saying much, is all I'm saying. I'm very happy with that.
I mean, when you're
He's on the decline.
one of the better corner, like if you're a top 30 corner, then you're one of the best corners in the league. So I mean, it's not like he was ranked 45th, and we never had one corner that was better than any other top corner on any other team. So and we could say that.
Fucking Xavier Rhodes, baby.
Here's some good news. Harrison Smith is coming back, and that man's got a heart of gold, man. He cut his contract down and wanted to stick around in Minnesota and perhaps finish his career here. I think, is it going to be his 12th or his 13th season? That's a long damn time to play that position as hard as he plays it. But yeah, restructured his contract to let's see, it'll be $8 million plus potentially $2 million in incentives rather than 14.7 million next year. Frees up about 6.7 million in cap space, and that I think, according to the Sport Track, puts Minnesota almost $6 million under the salary cap. So that's fantastic. We can actually make a move if we need to. And it's nice to have a little salary cap space if you're thinking about making trades for awesome quarterbacks that we hope to get in different shades of purple. More on
Yes.
that in a second. Let's see. I just want to say this about Harrison Smith. He's a true team player, and Alec Lewis of The Athletic reported that he was intrigued by the newly hired defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, which you
Perfect
might
fit.
all know that, we're responsible for that happening.
That
It wasn't
exactly.
until after I went crazy on YouTube that Ed Donatil was fired. And then also I made it clear that my Vikings fandom ended after that playoff loss to the Giants, and the only thing that would bring me back was either Colin Kaepernick or Brian Flores, and we got Brian Flores. So hey, maybe Colin Kaepernick will be the next thing we get after. Again, we'll get to the quarterback situation. Dalvin Cook, probably going to be cooking somewhere else, right? It's pretty much a done deal at this point, just a matter of what pick we get back for him. The Vikings re-signed running back Alexander Madison, 2-year deal worth $6.35 million guaranteed, up to 8 with incentives. He averages 3.8 yards per attempt, so I was wrong a couple episodes ago. I thought he might have had a higher yard per carry average than Dalvin
It was.
Cook.
It's 4.1 through his career. It's 3.8 last year.
3.8 last year, right?
Yeah.
But he's way better at catching the ball, and so he had 15 catches on 18 chances for 6.1 yards per reception, 0 fumbles, and he fumbled at a rate that was lower than what Dalvin Cook fumbled at last year.
The thing is, though, he didn't play at all last year with Dalvin not getting hurt. I mean,
I
that was
know. Yeah, it was
I
the
would
lowest.
have liked to. I would have liked to see him use him more, than they did last year. And shit, they just never did. I mean,
It was the fewest carries he's had in his career. He had 74. Yeah, only 18 targets. That's insane to me, because you'd think that that'd be the guy you'd want in there on passing downs. But yeah, Dalvin Cook, I think he had like 75 receptions last year. It's crazy. Or 75 targets.
I think he's going to be a way better first down back too. I read a bunch of stuff comparing stats on Dalvin and Madison today, and we've watched Dalvin Cook enough, and I love Cook when he breaks off a huge fucking run, but there's so many times where in first down he gets tackled like at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be nice having a guy who can at least fucking go forward. I mean, Madison's always going forward, so
yeah. I've always wanted to see him, give him a chance to be a first down back. I'd have hated for him to go somewhere else and see him just dominate, because I think he can.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that with McKinnon right now in Kansas City. They're not even running him the ball; they're just throwing him the ball, and it works for 7 or 8 yards almost every time. And I think that's what the Vikings have planned for this offense going forward too. They're going to run less and less and less. They're going to do a lot more shovel passes.
I don't know. We got John
timeout.
Well, this is, of course, assuming we do not acquire Lamar Jackson. Brad, what'd you have to say?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, we'll be running the ball 65% of the time, man.
We all are on the same page here. We all want Lamar. Anything they could do to bring Lamar here would be fantastic. And that's, again, we'll get to the quarterbacks. Let's see. The Vikings will likely roll with a committee of running backs, including Ty Chandler, Kene Ngwanu, and perhaps a rookie that they'll draft probably in the fourth round of the draft. Is that what you think, Brad?
I don't think so.
Third or fourth.
I don't
think they'll draft anybody.
Why? Honestly, why?
I don't need it.
Well, 4 backs is better than. I mean, you're going to lose one, so
I would rather have more offensive line help. I would rather see them draft a wide receiver, unless we pick one up in free agency, which rumors have it that Beckham's nailed his 2 teams down to 2, and we're one of them. That would be an interesting signing. Running backs, no. You pick up a free agent. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got all these free agent rookie running backs that come out and they produce. I mean, if you have the system, anybody you put out there, shit, Tony, you might be able to
Yeah.
get 6, 7 yards in a season. You know, you never know.
No, I
Like,
couldn't.
you
No,
possibly could.
I would be broken before I got to those 6 or 7
Well,
yards.
No, and the reality is we have fucking no picks coming up until we start wheeling and dealing. So like
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste
Mhm.
I would not waste any of our picks on a running back right now.
Okay.
Do
Well,
you guys know Madison's actually the youngest between Kane and
I
Chandler?
didn't know that. No.
He
yes.
feels like he's been on the team forever, but
Forever.
he's
Yeah.
younger than those other two guys.
Huh. He started his service time early. He got up to the big club right away, I guess. I mean, that would be my
Still
guess.
fresh
I
too.
think he only went to what, 1 or 2 years of school, I think, where like Ty Chandler, I think he was 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that'll happen.
No, I think Culver said it there. He's gonna be fucking fresh this year.
Yeah.
Because like Brad just said, we didn't fucking use him last year, man.
Yeah.
Like
But again, in this sport, it doesn't matter how fresh you are. It just takes one hit. And
Oh,
your
come
season
on.
can be
You
over.
gotta be fresh, man. You
Look
gotta
at
be
him though.
fresh.
He's jacked. That dude's jacked.
fuck yeah.
He's hurting people. He ain't getting hurt.
I've got some notes here. Decision on Cooks and Zadarius Smith will likely be made tomorrow. Who put that in the notes?
I did.
Okay, Mike. What do you got to say about that?
Oh, I just read something. They're due money tomorrow by noon unless we fucking release or trade them. So
Okay.
Gotta happen.
So
And
more decisions
right
will
now-
be made tomorrow, huh?
Well,
I think
right now, they're going to be on the team tomorrow unless there's a trade. I mean, you're stupid to release them. I think because
Yeah. You got him under contract
Not
for Smith. You got him under contract for 2 seasons.
He's got that.
And
That's a great contract for the Vikings too. They can't. There's no way.
really,
Even though
you
he
think
already
that's a
said
great
goodbye.
contract?
Oh, he signed. Yeah, that's a garbage contract when he signed. He's signed it to save face when the Baltimore one fell through.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They spun it so that he's like, no, I'd rather go play. Oh, fuck you guys. He'd rather
Hey.
play for us. But that's a good contract. That's a team friendly contract.
if
All right.
if Baltimore still wants him,
Mm-hmm.
there's a player we want from Baltimore.
Hey,
Help make the
Rashad
money work.
Bateman too. Give us
Yeah.
Bateman for Z. I'd take that. Give us him back. He was a gopher.
Okay, well, let's get to the quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins, contract conversion. What does it mean? Basically, they turned $16 million of his base salary into a bonus, and that was a means for them to get under the salary cap, which was a problem for this team and is going to continue being a problem for this team. What is going on with my mouse? San Francisco can now trade nothing but picks for Cousins, and so can 24 other teams. I think that's the big takeaway from converting that base salary to bonus, because there were a very limited number of teams who could actually afford to just trade picks and take on his salary cap hit.
Here's my question. I don't think any of us know how the fucking salary cap actually works. If you can convert all this bullshit into a bonus and you've got a rich guy, like let's hypothetically say like Jerry Jones, one of the richer NFL owners, why don't you just give all these guys bonuses to play for you and you could freaking have a superstar team?
There
right?
are penalties.
Possibly?
I think they still have like a dead cap hit that they have on the next year, the following year. It's like a $6 million dead cap. I don't know if it's a penalty, but it's just a.
Jared had been doing that long ago.
From what I read, it seemed like if they do not extend him, then they'll have to pay that dead cap amount, or that dead cap will go towards their salary cap for next season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's $6 million you can't spend.
Which we're looking good next year anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, until we extend Lamar Jackson.
Well, actually, the thing is the writing's on the walls, guys. It's on.
It is.
It is.
We
That's the
have
biggest
seen,
takeaway.
No, we have seen this shit happen to us before. A great quarterback that played for the Green Bay Packers decides to get traded to the New York Jets. Has a shitty year. What does he want to do? He comes to Minnesota towards the end of his career. What's Aaron Rodgers doing right now? He's going to go to the New York Jets.
Oh, you think Aaron
End of his
Rodgers is our
career.
quarterback of the future?
After he sends a dick pic or two, though.
Yeah. I was hoping somebody was going to bring that up.
I'm telling you right now, 2024, Aaron Rodgers is our starting quarterback.
No.
At 43
Book
years
it.
old, 44, 45. I don't even know how old he is. He's got to be, at that point, he'll be Tom Brady age.
He'll be 41 next year.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think he hasn't held up quite as well as Brady has.
No.
What are you talking about?
Do you think I think the fucking Packers are better off with fucking out him? Like, I
don't know
honestly
about
do.
that.
And 2 first-round picks.
None of us have seen Jordan Love play.
If that happens.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have no idea.
He's
And we
toilet.
didn't see Aaron Rodgers play before fucking Favre left.
They can run the ball though now. Like they're a running team. They're one of the few running teams left in the NFL. It seems like.
Do they even have a running back left?
Yeah. Well, don't know about the status of their contracts for their running backs. I just know that last year they could run the ball.
Jones and Dillon will be there for a while. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about Detroit. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
and Chicago.
So,
Hey,
I was going to mention before the contract conversion, just 2 teams could afford to acquire Kirk Cousins without sending salaries back in exchange. So, if you were planning on only getting picks for Kirk Cousins, which sounds like is probably all you're going to get, and then what are we talking? We're not even talking very good picks, are we? Is Kirk Cousins worth a first-round draft pick to anyone?
With his restructure, yeah, he is.
But it's
would
a
only
rental
cost
until it's extended. Until he gets a contract extension.
It would only cost him what, $6 million, I think. We trade him.
If we traded him now, I'd be full of the entirety of his base salary, which I think is $10 million next year.
If you're a team that is a quarterback away, I think a first-round draft pick for Kirk Cousins is not bad. I mean, look at the compensation they gave for Russell Wilson, for all these other ones where you're getting multiple first-year picks. If it was just a single first-round pick and you're right on the verge, you're one of those teams that are right there. Quarterback play hasn't been. Kirk Cousins is solid. He's going to get in there. He's not going to lose you games. Yeah. He might not win.
Last year he won you a bunch of games. He was the most clutch quarterback in the league.
You're not going to find a top 10 quarterback in a draft.
No. Well, I mean, CJ
first year at least.
Right. They might be able to start right away, but I mean, who was the last one? Was Robert Griffith III? Cam Newton. Cam Newton took off right away.
Yeah.
Robert Griffin did.
Joe Burrow would have had
Mahomes was immediately amazing.
Yeah, he had a year sitting before he actually played.
And an unbelievable system.
Yeah. That's what you want, is just that coaching staff. If I could have that coaching staff, or we finally feel like I've got a coaching staff that I can believe in, right? So we got a zone blocking scheme that works, and it seems like. Go ahead, Mike.
No, and you call me crazy if you want. This is the vision I've been having all day in anticipation of this show. Is okay. Brad just said it. Who's the fucking team that's a quarterback away? The fucking Niners are. Yeah. They've got the fucking best all-around team in football, in my opinion.
Yeah, they really do.
Give him. Then I don't think the Niners have any first-round picks out of the trade.
They got a bunch of lower-round picks. Yeah,
they got a shit ton of third-round compensatory picks. They got 3 of them this year. I would trade fucking Cousins to them for fucking seconds, thirds.
Yep.
Fucking try to rack up as many as you can get.
Agreed.
And then what also comes with that, though, is I just have a fucking feeling, since we got fucking Carlos Correa, we're gonna get fucking Jackson somehow. Like, this is a new
delusions
regime.
Of grandeur.
Well, no, fucker doesn't have a goddamn agent. So my thing is, maybe we can sweep in
Doesn't
somehow.
Matter. He's still got a lawyer, Mike.
It's different. It's different.
It is. He doesn't have somebody who's going out there trying to find him, more opportunities. It's really, I think he's just there to read the contract and
if we lose 2 first-round picks, who gives a shit? We got the 23rd pick. Who cares? I'd rather have fucking 5 in the 3rd than that pick anyway.
Oh, and then this draft specifically, given our needs, the middle of the draft works well for us.
So I don't know. I think another fucking Minneapolis miracle is going to happen.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, this contract conversion doesn't necessarily make a trade for Lamar Jackson more likely, but even Baltimore would save more than $22 million this season by acquiring Cousins and trading Jackson because they franchise tagged him for like 30.
But I mean, the thing is though, dipshit coach in San Francisco, though, he has ties to Cousins. They might work. I mean, they're right there. Like,
he was the quarterback's coach at Washington, wasn't he?
Yeah, Trey Lance, he might be good someday. Brock Purdy, he's not going to be there to start. San Francisco, you're right there. You're right on the edge of winning a Super Bowl. Take it. And if it doesn't
window's closing because those players are getting real expensive real fast, and they've got a lot of.
And that's the thing. If it doesn't pan out, and you think this is your year, go in for it. It's not going to cost you anything. You're going to lose a couple mid-round picks.
Oh, I agree.
You're going to have to pay Cousins some money, and fuck, we can throw the goddamn woodshed at Jackson. I mean,
I wouldn't even mind if they ended up beating us in the NFC Championship game to win the Super Bowl. I agree. I take that because I got Lamar Jackson and you don't.
No, I agree. And this is like conspiracy shit. But
speaking of conspiracy shit, isn't it interesting that we've got two quarterbacks that haven't been vaccinated? They're like two of the only players in the NFL that haven't been vaccinated. I'm pretty sure Lamar got COVID like twice. And the only game that, the only game Kirk Cousins has missed in 8 years is because of COVID-19.
And I want to reiterate to everybody, I like Kirk Cousins. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's good. No ill will to talk about him. He has not cost us a game. He is
elite. He's not great. He's not Lamar Jackson.
We need him this year, though.
And with your offensive line is the way it is, you need a guy like Lamar Jackson. You can't have a statue standing back there.
And I'm looking towards the future. You know, Lamar Jackson being 25, whatever. It's
just so damn cool. Just so damn cool. We don't get cool, nice things in Minnesota very often.
Could you imagine him and Jay Jettas, baby?
Mike, go ahead.
Let me throw in my conspiracy thing, because I guarantee every one of us thought this when we're approaching free agency. We're fucking over the cap by a bunch. We got a bunch of old fucking players, and we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And the first signing they do is a fucking another tight end, Oliver. Like, why the fuck would we spend $7 million a year on fucking him when we already got Hawkinson? Like, why do we need a fucking run blocking tight end? I mean,
you saw Munt try to catch a ball last year, right?
Yeah,
dude's garbage. Like, you needed two. You needed two. Their system, they needed two.
It is. You need three because they do run 3 tight end sets every once in a while.
I totally understand, but to pick that one guy with all of our fucking needs, and we have very limited money to spend.
I bet he blocks pretty well in front of Lamar Jackson. I bet.
Yep. I agree with Mike, because we have Irv Smith sitting right there that we could have re-signed for less money because he's been hurt and hasn't.
Yeah, but he sucks at run blocking, pass blocking. He's no good, and he's basically just a down the field threat at a tight end position.
And he can't catch the ball either. He doesn't do anything good.
No, I totally understand. Like, but then we look at our offensive line, and our fucking weakness would have been center. And we re-signed fucking Bradbury, who's actually better in fucking.
He improved a lot last year.
Zone fucking shit, where he's not just blocking fucking a drop back quarterback. Like,
why are you shoring up the end of the line when your middle of your line is garbage? Cleveland and Ingram, like that.
Because we're signing fucking Lamar Jackson. That's why.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, we're gonna run sprints outside every play.
I honestly, I have to agree with Mike on this, because where did most of our sacks come from? They came from the interior, from your defensive tackles and stuff. Why solidify the outside? It does no good for us. Having Cousins there. I mean,
you want to set the edge so Lamar Jackson can run down the field.
Exactly.
Well, that settles it.
Yeah.
He's a Viking.
He is. It's over and done with. We don't even have to do the rest of the podcast if you guys don't want to.
Yeah, because Correa.
Yeah.
That's why.
Correa came and
a
everything's
fucking Lamar
coming up
Jackson.
roses.
He's coming.
Yay! Cheers! Happy St. Patty's Day. All right. Well, I guess we do have plenty of time. Not even a 10-minute warning yet. So, let's see. We'll talk some draft. We got lots of draft to talk about. Matt Anderson of Yahoo News thinks Minnesota should trade a bunch of picks to Seattle for the 5th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft and select Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud, who might not even be there. He might go number 1 overall, for all we know. He completed 2/3 of his passes last season, 44-6 touchdown to interception ratio, which is just insane. He was even better as a freshman, which is crazier. But he did it with the 3rd best wide receiver available in the draft and behind the 2nd best tackle and the 2nd best guard available in the draft. You'd also want Stroud to start immediately, which obviously means you'd have to move Cousins. I don't foresee him sitting behind Cousins. Do you guys?
I wouldn't think so.
Spend
But
the 5th overall pick on somebody who ain't going to play right away. I don't care what position it is, frankly.
Well, no, in the reality, if we're moving up the draft to draft a quarterback, I mean, we got to get picks somewhere. We're talking about Cook. He might get us 1 or 2 picks.
Yeah.
Cousins has to move to fucking get us some picks to even make Matt Anderson's
Well, I've got an
dream
idea
Stroud and Young
to
are going
accumulate
1-2.
a few more picks. I'd do the old Spielman and trade out of the 24 spot because it's such a deep cornerback class.
Trade back.
well, yeah, but then we're not going for a quarterback. Yeah, in my opinion, we don't go for a quarterback. You can't give up that much to move up to get a quarterback. I think it's stupid.
We got a playoff caliber quarterback already under contract, and I don't know what's the quarterback. Does anybody know what the quarterback class looks like next year?
All you're saying, like, we had Malik Willis fall to us last year in the 3rd round, and he was supposed to be a 1st rounder, and we didn't take him. So
That's
my
thing too.
I mean,
it's bad.
You've got Anthony Richardson, who's the 4th quarterback, who they think still might go in the top 10.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
They're all going.
If he would fall to us at 23, I'd take him.
Sure.
100%.
At the same point, though, it's like throwing darts at a dartboard for a quarterback, man.
Yep.
Like,
You can
I'm
get
not going to
hooked.
give any capital away. The Vikings wouldn't be signing Byron Murphy. They wouldn't be doing some of these moves that they're doing right now
They're not trying.
to go get a quarterback for the future. That's so the conspiracy thing. I think that's why Lamar Jackson is going to be wearing purple and gold with the Viking logo on it next year.
That's why Harrison Smith is still wearing purple and gold, is because he also said that he liked the moves that were made, and it looked like that they weren't trying to rebuild. So that reassured him in his decision to stay.
Competitive rebuild, yeah. There's a 2nd round quarterback though, that Hooker out of Tennessee.
Yeah, he's another good one.
He's got knee problems though. I mean, and they fall. Those are the only ones that fall. So you got to take a risk. And just like Richardson, he's got the highest upside of anybody, but it's massive risk.
Right.
But Hooker, you can get him later, late second, maybe.
I mean, I would say, like, our quarterback wise, the best move we made is that year we moved back up to get Teddy Bridgewater.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
just outside of the point where we had to pay him a bunch of money, we got that extra year of team control.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pick. And that was one of those years where Spielman just collected picks and dropped down. And this is what I want to do, is because actually go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, and well, I just wanted to add on a comment. Fucking picking a quarterback in the top 10's like throwing darts. It's look at all these fucking teams, and every year there's always 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the top 5 that are fucking taken, and teams like they fucking
Half
never
of them
pan
pan out. Half of them
The
don't.
fucking New York Jets
A lot of them are
syndrome.
waste.
Like,
Yeah.
They're
Well,
all
we
risks.
just no one knows how to evaluate these guys. Like, you can be pretty sure that CJ Stroud's going to be okay, but again, it only takes one injury, right?
Where was Patrick Mahomes drafted at? Do you know?
4th or 5th round,
3rd or 4th round.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson, same way.
Brock Purdy, last pick in the draft.
We don't even know if he's that good, though. I mean,
he was
like,
pretty good. 10-minute warning.
Peyton Manning, drafted number 1. He panned out. I mean,
Mahomes was 10th overall, by the way.
10th overall?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I
Peyton
thought he
Manning
much
was 10th
lower.
overall.
No, Mahomes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
he
Mahomes.
was.
Manning was
Payne
1,
was 1. Yeah.
I thought Mahomes
and
was
then
way
Ryan
less.
Leaf.
I think we all are just kind of like Mahomes didn't play the first year, and he just came out of nowhere for all of us. Like, I don't know. Kansas City's got something, and they just know more than everybody else does.
Yeah,
doesn't
Andy
score
Reid. They
good.
got Andy Reid.
I don't know. We're gonna find out if Eric Bieniemy was really the brains of that operation, but it sounds like
Where'd he go?
He went to he took the same damn position that he had, but he uses it in Washington now.
What?
I hope he
Why
got a
would you
hell
do
of a
that?
I hope he got a hell of a pay raise because that was rated the worst place to work amongst by the players
Yeah.
in a poll.
He had to have gotten a huge pay raise.
Oh,
I don't have
absolutely.
numbers in front of me. I mean, to leave a superstar like
To
and
take
maybe
the same job. He is in line probably to be a head coach there earlier
He should
than
have been
would in
a
Kansas
coach,
City.
head
Should have been
coach
a head
2 years
coach.
ago.
We could have
Yeah.
hired him as our
I'd
head
have
coach
taken
3
him
years
all
ago.
day.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, let's keep going here. We got the draft loaded with cornerbacks. That's where I left off. Who can have an immediate impact? Both The Athletic and ESPN have 9 corners ranked in the top 50 overall, but the Vikings have just 1 pick in the top 50. So this is what I propose we do. We trade the 24th pick and move down 10 spots or so and take the top safety in the draft. Alabama's Brian Branch should be there, the eventual replacement for Harrison Smith.
Maybe.
And he would be probably better than
Disagree.
really?
You gotta shore up the middle. That's in the trenches.
There's
Guards,
no
tackles. That's what we need. And our
That's
first pass.
not if
I
we
would
get Lamar Jackson.
no.
On
I
defense,
side with. Are you
tackles?
talking about the defensive end or the
Both
offensive end?
Both sides.
Yeah, I would go defensive line first pick.
Huh.
That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's outside the box.
depending what we get. I mean, depending if we sign a wide receiver. I mean, there's wide receivers too that are going to fall to us that I would like.
You don't reach for a wide receiver when you got Justin Jefferson.
You know what I noticed? We're just on this long line of busted cornerback drafts.
Yeah.
Trey Waynes, Gladney, Hughes.
Booth got fucking hurt right away.
Going over and over and over with these cornerbacks. Keep trying, and it's been happening forever. I just get someone in free agency, get another one, get some veteran presidents in there. And I know we lost Peterson, but I don't want another quarter. It's like the Lions trying to take wide receivers every damn year in the first round. Just it's insanity.
One of them panned
doing
out.
it over and over. One. Now Xavier Rhodes, and
we're not really in a
14 years ago
position to sign a free agent corner though either.
No, but I'll flip it back to you, Tony. Why would you pick a safety? We drafted a safety with our first pick last year.
Mm-hmm.
So why would
now we're replacing another safety?
We need defensive
also, I think
line.
He would be better than Bynum at the other safety position.
Yeah,
we got Harrison Smith.
I realize that Bynum's not terrible. He's not terrible. He's a 4th round pick 2 years ago. I mean, he's got room to grow too.
Sure.
I think you got to shore up the middle, the trenches. That's what you got to do. That's what Zim got away from. That Zim's greatest defenses were when he had the middle shored up, that double A gap blitzes. Williams
those were run by middle linebackers and safeties, not.
And then he started drafting all these corners, trying to I got this guy, I can make him the best, and he didn't do none, and that killed his defense. That's why he had bad defenses the last few years.
It got killed last year without him because the system did work. It made the corners look less bad. It covered up their incompetencies and inabilities, and that's what makes him a great defensive coach.
Because they weren't required to do anything.
That's right. Stand in this area and tackle the person with the football. That's what fucking Ed Donatel's fucking defense is.
Yeah.
And we'll blitz fucking, on what was it? To less than 12% of defensive plays.
Well, that's going to be different.
Oh,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, Brian Flores blitzes like a mother. I love
Harry and Scene are going to just eat.
So you guys want to use the 24th pick, I take it.
It
Well-
depends. No, it depends on if our fucking fantasy of Lamar Jackson would happen. But I would probably trade that down, try to accumulate fucking another second and third round pick or something.
That's
You
what I
have to.
want to do too. Yeah.
That's
I
fair
like
enough.
it though. I like it though. Like what you said, if we got Branch though, he's kind of a mover. He's kind of like that mid safety type guy. And the same thing with Bynum. Like they both are very versatile. They can move inside, outside, and move all over the field. And that's what Flores does best. You
Yep.
don't know where shit's coming from. They're
Nope.
shifting. They're playing with their mind all day long. That's what they want to do. They want people to be able to play in multiple spots, and you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that would be a great pick, I think.
Personally,
Thank
in my
you.
opinion, I think it's going to be the best available.
Yeah.
You take the best available. I mean, you really do. If there's a wide receiver that's dropped, you take him. I mean, if there's a linebacker that's dropped, you take him. If there's a offensive lineman that's dropped, take him. I mean, you take the best available.
That's what they're setting themselves up for, yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about this idea
versatility.
that the Matt Anderson of Yahoo floated of Syracuse cornerback Garrett Williams, who's falling because he had a torn ACL toward the end of the 2022 season? He's potentially somebody who could have an immediate impact, and apparently is a great fit for Flores' defense because, like, he's one of those guys that he's a ball hawk. He gets to the ball. He stops the run really well, and he can cover as well. And you can get him on day 2. You know, I think he's rated around 117 on ESPN, and I think
I wouldn't mind that if we trade down for a second round pick. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
You would have to acquire a pick around that area because ours are not anywhere near. I can't read because these glasses. 119. 119 is our third round pick.
I'll just tell you this one.
Fourth round pick.
We're probably wasting our time even talking about this because once we get Lamar Jackson, who gives
everything changes. Everything changes when you get something like that.
He's gonna play quarterback too. Both sides.
We get Lamar Jackson.
I bet he could.
We will break every scoring record there ever is. That's going to be that simple.
Jesus,
you know?
he's never. I mean, we've never seen him with a wide receiver of not even close to the caliber of Justin Jefferson, let alone.
He's never had a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know who else needs a running back too? Possibly, because there's always get hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
Baltimore Ravens do. We got one.
So Dalvin Cook for Lamar Jackson.
Maybe that's the trade. Maybe
we could give them fucking Cook. We could give them fucking Zadarius Smith, and we could give them Cousins. We'll give them 3 for 1.
There we go.
Sold.
Done deal.
Don't lose any draft capital.
Done deal. That's a lot of salary cap coming off too. We would be able to make that extension work. We wouldn't have to.
And then we can sign Beckham. I mean, we can go after the top free agents.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
No, exactly. And then we can give fucking extensions to Jefferson, to fucking Hunter, to fucking Hawkinson. Eventually to our left tackle, who's a fucking turning into a stud.
Oh, he's gonna be the dude.
All right. Well, we got about 125 left. I want to thank our favorite guest host, Tyler Culver, for stopping by and talking Vikings with us.
Thanks, guys. It's fun always.
Bradley, Michael, it's always nice to see your faces.
Brad,
tell us how the picks have gone in the NCAA tournament.
Let's go. I said I was going to freaking start betting the unders.
Yeah.
So far, out of all the games going on right now, let me count at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've hit 5 of them.
Not bad. Nice. Smart bets.
Good.
You deserve to dance, man. You had a streak there where you didn't win shit for a long time.
And the Wild crushed me. What did I say?
What a wild game. 14 straight games with points. Just a franchise record, baby. This team, we're going to get a good test with Boston coming on Saturday. Washington on Sunday. Big games.
Wild.
Whitecaps still 2-2.
They're supposed to go on the under.
10 minutes left.
Go on the under.
Roll Caps, baby. This thing we do is called Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play. You can find us at Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play on
Peace.
YouTube, at Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play on TikTok. Thank you for joining us. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Carlos Correa!
Love you guys.
Duke!